Today we will be doing paper 2, question 1, which is directed writing question. I also call it the evaluative writing because there is evaluation involved. And today it will be in the form of an article. We will be doing the October-November 2020 paper, and it is paper 2-2. Welcome to English Step by Step. I am Miss Wee, and as usual, we will be doing these steps. So the first step is to read the blurbs of both the texts. Before I carry on, I'd just like to inform you that I've already made 2 videos on how to evaluate. This third one is the most advanced one, so I would suggest that you watch the other 2 before this one. So we're going to read the titles and the blurbs. So text A, who are the real experts? This passage explores the idea of expertise. Text B, trust me, I'm an expert. This passage explores the relationship between trust and expertise. And that's all we're going to read for now. Step 2, read the question and highlight or underline the keywords. Pay attention to the genre in the instructions. So I've already told you that we will be doing an article today. So here we have the question, and I have highlighted the keywords for you. Write a magazine article, that's the genre for young people. I should have highlighted this as well because this is your audience, about who they should listen to when faced with decisions in their own lives. In your article, you should evaluate the attitudes and opinions about experts in each of the texts. So make sure that you cover both texts. Give your own views based on what you've read about getting best advice. So based on what you've read, so your points must come from the passage. Base your article on what you have read in both texts. So don't just do one, but be careful to use your own words, very important. So you must learn to paraphrase, you must learn synonyms. Address both of the bullet points. Begin your article with a suitable headline. So you should always have a headline for articles anyway. Write about 250 to 350 words. This is just a guide, not a limit. So there will be 15 marks for your content and 25 marks for the quality of your writing. So this is a writing paper, therefore you get more marks for writing. Now, step 3 is to read the text and underline the key points. And for balance, make sure you have underlined points from both sides of the argument. So here I've done it for you. In pink are the points that are pro-expert, means that it is in favor of young people seeking help from experts. In blue are the points that are anti-expert, which means the points that are against young people seeking advice from experts. So let's go through them. Pro-expert, so these are the things that we have done in the past, and 20% of reviews are fake. So we should listen to experts, not online reviews. We could fall prey to social facts or groupthink and become less likely to accept new facts if we just listen to our peers. And we are far too interested in what celebrities have to say, which will devalue real expertise, reduce intelligent public discussion, and produce some dumbed down future. And these are points why we should listen to experts. On the other side, we have online restaurant recommendations, which produce enough voices to be able to trust, and that people are fed up with experts and now rely on crowdsourced advice instead. And some of us prefer to take advice from our peer group. Now we have text B. We have some that are neutral here. The fact is that we do trust some experts, but not others. And we need our experts to show these characteristics: expertise, integrity, and benevolence. Okay, so let's start with the anti-expert here. We don't listen to experts because they are full of their own importance. So they use complicated words. I'm going to join these 2 later. They're also ambitious entrepreneurs, and so they may not be honest. They may have a hidden agenda. Okay, then for pro-expert, we have to listen to those that can see long-term, such as climate scientists, Going on to step 4, group similar points together. Choose 2 groups that are in favor of the topic and 2 groups that are against. So I have joined these 2. So a lot of the reviews are fake and may make us fall prey to groupthink. And here, listening to celebrities could make us less intelligent. So I have 2 points that are in favor of young people listening to experts. And here I'm going to join these 2. Like I said before, experts are usually quite arrogant and use very difficult vocabulary. They might also be money-making business people who may give advice just in order to make more money. So I'm going to put these things in a table. So I have ideas, opinions, and attitudes from the text here. I'm going to talk about this later. We're going to evaluate, which means to explain why you agree or disagree, or why you think it's good or bad. The why is the evaluation. So make sure you do that. This is very important. And try to approach the issue from as many angles as possible. So it could be yes, no, or maybe. And here you answer the question. In this case, the question is, who should young people listen to when faced with decisions? Now, in the previous 2 videos, I've only got 3 columns. This in orange is a new one because I still have students telling me they don't know how to evaluate. I'm hoping that this column will help them or help you with the evaluation process. So let's look at the first point. Text A said that 20% of reviews are fake, and listening to people just like us makes us lose critical reasoning. Now, what is implied is that if 20% of reviews are fake, it means that 80% of them are real. Now, if it says that listening to people just like us make us lose critical reasoning and therefore we should listen to experts, means that experts are not like us at all, which I don't think is true, right? Some experts are also like us. So my evaluation would be there are more genuine reviews than fake ones, 80%. When we seek experts, we naturally look for those who agree with us, so we still only confirm what we already believe. So listening to experts doesn't mean that we will have better critical reasoning. So answer the question, we get more diverse opinions from many people than from one expert. The second point, again from text A, listening to celebrities will make us dumb. So what is implied is that celebrities are dumb, which again is not true. Good looks do not imply an empty brain. Natalie Portman graduated from Harvard. Brian May is an astrophysicist. Mayim Balik is a neuroscientist. Ken Jeong is a physician. They're all celebrities and they're all very smart. And they are probably experts in some fields as well. So being a celebrity and being an expert are not mutually exclusive. Celebrities may also be experts. Some celebrities give very good advice. For example, Oprah Winfrey. That's her expertise, giving advice. From text B, experts live in their own technical world. So the assumption here is that they don't know how to use layman's language. So you can evaluate and say that maybe they do know how to use layman's language, but they just want to show off their knowledge by using technical language. So what is their motive? The intention seems to be to prove that they are above us rather than to help us understand. So as a result, we may make wrong decisions because we didn't understand them accurately, correctly. The last point, some experts are only interested in making money. So the assumption is not all experts are good people, which is true. Having credentials doesn't automatically make someone trustworthy. Professionals often have personal interests at stake. So for example, a surgeon might recommend surgery over less invasive treatments because it's more financially rewarding. It's more expensive to have a surgery than to take medication. Family and friends genuinely have our best interests at heart and are therefore more trustworthy. They also understand us better, so they can give us better advice. So have a look at the implied meaning and see whether it helps you to evaluate. I hope it does. We're going into step 6 now, which is to write the 6 paragraphs, introduction, 4 evaluative paragraphs as usual, and conclusion in the form of a magazine article today. Before I go on to the magazine article, I want to talk about how to create a convincing voice. So we need to have 3 things. 1, we need to make our purpose very clear, and here it is to persuade young people to seek advice from experts or not to do so. Your audience here is young people, so you need to be somewhat informal. And the tone I've chosen here is conversational. Now let's carry on to the magazine article.
Are experts really experts? Everyone seems to be an expert these days in one field or another. How do we determine if they truly are, and should we listen to them? Why do they use terms like inflammation instead of the simpler swelling? Why do they say hemorrhage instead of bleeding? Experts seem to speak a language of their own. Are they trying to show off their knowledge by using technical terms? Their intention seems to be to prove that they are above us rather than to help us understand. If only they realize that this does not serve us, as we may make wrong decisions due to misunderstandings. Those who look up to experts often look down on celebrities, but good looks do not imply an empty brain. For example, Natalie Portman graduated from Harvard, Brian May is an astrophysicist, and Mayim Bialik is a neuroscientist. In fact, celebrities can also be experts and dispense valuable advice, such as Oprah Winfrey. Some argue that we should consult experts because online reviews are unreliable and can erode our critical thinking skills. However, there are more genuine reviews than fake ones. And who is to say that consulting an expert will make us more open to accepting new ideas? Don't we naturally seek those who fit best into our belief systems? If we are seeking new perspectives, we may stand a better chance of finding them within a larger group of people, rather than from a single expert. People often view experts as infallible authorities. But having credentials doesn't automatically make someone ethical or trustworthy. Professionals often have personal interests at stake. For instance, a surgeon might recommend surgery over less invasive treatments because it's more financially rewarding. On the other hand, family and friends care about our well-being and understand us better. As such, I believe they can be more reliable sources of advice for personal problems. The bottom line is this: it is not important if a person is an expert or no two decides if one is an expert anyway. The essential factor is whether the person's intentions are pure. The best strategy is to seek advice from various sources and make our own judgments. Take everything with a pinch of salt. And do plenty of research.
Sorry, there was a little error here. It is not important if a person is an expert or not. We have done all the steps. The last one is to check your work. Make sure you do so. I'm going to break things down for you. So here we have a headline. We have an introductory paragraph, which is short and lively. We have a conclusion, which gives advice. I have included advanced vocabulary. There is a video on advanced vocabulary. I'm going to put a link up here and also in the description box below. Make sure you use different sentence structures. Again, I have another video on that. Again, I'm going to put the link here and in the description box. So a right for us stands for alliteration, repetition, imperative, personal pronouns, exaggeration, facts, opinions, rhetorical questions, emotive language, statistics, and triplets. And I've used some of them here. For example, exaggeration. Experts seem to speak a language of their own. Rhetorical questions. Why do they say this instead of that? Will it make us more open to accepting new ideas? We have facts. Brian May is an astrophysicist. Sorry, my arrow should be pointing down here. And Mayim Bialik is a neuroscientist, etc. And pronouns, we and I, etc. I haven't included this in my comments, but I've also made it informal and conversational. Take everything with a pinch of salt and do plenty of research. Now let's have a look at the mark scheme for writing. In order to get level 6, you need to have an effective style. Your writing needs to be carefully structured. You need to use sophisticated vocabulary. There must be effective register for your audience and purpose. Spelling, punctuation, and grammar almost always accurate. And for reading, you need to evaluate ideas and opinions, both explicit and implicit. And you assimilate ideas from the text. So don't just use your own ideas without referring to any ideas from the text. Here are some comments from the examiner report. You need to challenge the ideas in the reading text. You need to justify and explain the reasons why you agree or disagree. You need to make sure that the ideas you use are from the passage. Aim for breadth as well as depth. Think about the style for your task and audience. And check your writing for punctuation, grammar, and misspellings. I have videos for punctuation. I'm going to put the link up here and in the description box. I also have a video for misspellings. Again, link here and in the description box. I haven't made one on grammar yet, but I will do so. I have lots of other videos. Please check them out. If you have questions, you can leave them in the description box below. And if you would like tutoring, you can contact me here at englishstepbystep@yahoo.com. Thank you.